This is still the most popular brand in Korea, Japan, and now Amazon! As you might know, VT is one of my most loved K-beauty brands, especially when trying to deal with pores, texture, and evening my skin tone, because I have a whole history of acne, oily skin, combination, scars, everything. I'm really excited every time Amazon Prime rolls around because I can share with you guys some good deals. Today I'm focusing on two specific lines because they're the ones who've really stood out in the last couple of months, and some of them I haven't shared before, so by the end of the video you'll know exactly what you might need and what you don't, what you can skip, and tailor it to your own specific skin needs. And the major deals run from today, which is October 7th, to the 8th, so make sure if you're really interested you can grab all the products between that little time frame. Before we jump in, please subscribe and like, it really helps support our little team. By now, we're probably all sick of hearing about the Reedles, and if you're wondering, yes, I still do love them, but this guy is actually the newest addition to their range, and I was sitting on it for a really long time. It's the Glycolic Reedle Shot Head to Toe Mist. When I sprayed it on my leg, I could barely feel anything, and I was like, is there Reedle in here? But there is. There's a very, very gentle amount. It's much more subtle than the actual Reedles. And let me tell you the reason why I was sitting on it, because for the longest time, I haven't talked about an AHA, BHA, and just like chemical exfoliating product because I just haven't been using it. But there were two things recently that happened in my life that got me back into an AHA. First of all, I started developing really bad chest and back acne, like out of nowhere. So as you can see, all the acne has flowed from my face to my body. It's actually all very bumpy and like scaly, and I don't know what to do about it. And then I went and got a facial at a new skin clinic, and my friend works there. She's an esthetician. Her name's Anna. When she was doing my face, she was saying, oh, I think your skin can actually do with a little bit more chemical exfoliant. And that's because it's starting to slow down in terms of the cell renewal, which means that your pores can get clogged easier because it's just dead, trapped skin, and then all the oils and stuff are stuck under there and it's not coming off, right? So I reached back into this guy. It's like subtly game changing because like the name says, it's head to toe. It's a really approachable percentage because I've tried 10% glycolics, 20% glycolics, which is pretty much a clinic peel, which is way too much, and then 5%. 5% I like barely notice. So this 7 is really interesting because it's hitting that sweet spot. And it's also got a little bit of brightening niacinamide. And so for me, the 7% glycolic, what that's doing is just melting away that dead skin that's stuck. And normally our body skin is a little bit thicker than our face skin. And especially if you're like me and you have kind of hormonal imbalances, the body is also very prone to breaking out. So I've been using this after the shower, and I think that's the easiest and best way to use it. The skin is, you know, damp, it's soft, and it's really soaking into the skin. You can also use it like literally on your scalp, on your face as a glycolic toner, but also like on your underarms to exfoliate gently the like darkening. But my tip is don't spray this on freshly shaved armpits because it's got the acids and it will irritate your skin. So keep that for like later, like a day or two after you've shaved, and it will just kind of help to like brighten and exfoliate that area too. But also if you have KP, so it works literally for everything. There is this upside down 360 innovation where the pump itself, you can turn it over like this and still be able to spray the areas. And I'm like, whoa, if you use it on the face, it will help with controlling sebum, it will help with minimizing your pores, and it will help with improving the texture because it's helping to resurface the skin. Because it still is a Reedle, so you still will feel it. You want to test out if it works on your skin. But I would say if you've already used the Reedle shots, you might be fine. I don't even feel the Reedles. Like at all. Mostly I like using this for my body. So in terms of what this guy helps most with, I would say minimizing pores. If you use it on the face, it improves the texture and improves skin tone. So if that is something that you're looking for, oh my God, this is a bang for buck, guys. Put this in your cart right now. And just quickly, if you're still sitting on using the Reedles. Like, one of the girls on our team, this whole time I've been talking about it, has not used it, and she finally did, and she's like, whoa, Fel, this is so good. And I'm like, oh my God. So just a little recap. I think this is a great time because they are normally a little bit more expensive. I would start with the 100. I think 100 is definitely a safe place to start. If you're looking for something a little bit more using every 3 days, you don't want to use it every day, and you like, you're intermediate and maybe you've used the 100 before, then feel free. I think 300 is also fine. It like gives it a little bit more of a boost. I personally don't use the 700 that much because it is quite intense, especially if you have sensitive skin. The only time I will use this is actually as a spot treatment. Okay, I just washed my face, and over here I started getting like a little bit of cystic acne again. It is coming up to my period, so I don't know, it could be that, but it's also on my neck, right? This is actually how I like to use the 700. I will prep that area and put the 700 over it. And because it's got the 700 spicules, but it's also intensely calming because it's C-cut Reedle. So I just find it helps a lot with calming down the redness. I will say I wouldn't use this over like an open acne. It should be closed. So maybe you're just trying to heal the skin like this one. It's a dried up pimple. I could also use that here, but I use this more on like under the skin, inflamed, red, kind of like unpopped pimples, and it really speeds up the recovery and the redness. It just calms everything down. So the Reedle really helps with minimizing pores, texture, and improving your skin tone. Now let's move on to something that will completely give you a different set of solutions for your skin, and that's the PDRN. So PDRN, my guy, it's been everywhere. When I was in Japan, it was everywhere. When I was in Korea, everywhere. And obviously, it's because of this salmon sperm DNA. Kim Kardashian's talked about it. All the celebrities are getting it. It's like infiltrating the West, but it's honestly something that's been around for more than 20 years, like maybe even 30 years. For the PDRN that I am specifically talking about is VT's vegan PDRN, and it's extracted from wild ginseng. So it's Panax ginseng, the most like creme de la creme, highest tier ingredient that you can get for healing skin barrier, for anti-aging, for plumping the skin, for making your skin texture, for healing dehydrated dry skin. Like, that is what this range is good for. So I'm going to share my favorite products from the PDRN range. First of all, ka-ching! It's actually another spray. You guys know how much I love milky toners. This one, even though you just spray maybe 3 spritzes on, it's already giving you that moisturized feeling. It's crazy. So the more you layer it on, the more thicker it will get. And then actually what I like to do is combine these together because they work fantastic. So if you're more combination, you can layer this on those flaky areas. For me, the nose area, the forehead area, and down the nose are the places that always is dehydrated. Like, I can't emphasize enough how much dehydrated skin will love milky consistency toners, and the spray is so fine. It starts to feel a little like tacky, like moisturizing after. It's honestly like one of my favorite sprays right now. This also has, surprisingly, a tiny bit of AHA. So not only is it moisturizing your skin, it's also helping subtly with cell renewal and brightening. This is shot up to one of my new faves of all time. This helps most with improving texture, healing the skin barrier, and improving your skin tone. Okay, next newer discovery. This is the PDRN Capsule Cream 100. So if you've been on socials, you've probably seen those videos of people having the little like dollops of these balls all over their face, and then they're spreading it out. The thing is, you only need 1 to 2 balls of this on your face. The capsules are really nourishing. So it's actually got a gel base. So you can actually just use the gel formula if it's, let's say, like summer. Okay, today I'm getting ready. And I just want a very light kind of moisturization coverage. So that's kind of like when I'll just use the gel part. And I won't really go into the capsules because it's pretty nice today. It's pretty hot actually. I always have to moisturize my forehead a lot these days because it gets super duper dry. But the gel here is moisturizing enough where I don't get like little fine lines. And then that also sits beautifully under my makeup and foundation. So yeah, it's a perfect base. If you want a little boost in your own moisturizer, that's when you go in and add the balls, because that's where the ceramides and the more nourishing ingredients are. And I love it. So you guys know for me, because I had very oily skin, combination skin, irritated skin, I've used pretty much every gel cream in the market, from Korean to, you know, Western beauty brands. But this one, because it has the gel cream and it's got the little globs of PDRN, it actually gives you the best of both worlds, where the glob is more rich and the gel cream acts on its own as a more lightweight gel cream. And when you mix them together, they kind of make the perfect consistency. This is packed with peptides. There is a cocktail of different peptides. And so it's also building up your skin and helping with anti-aging effects, plumping fine lines. It's like almost instantaneous. And there's also a little bit of turmeric extract as well as eggplant extract, and both of those are just subtly brightening, you know, just like doing a little bit to support the rest of the ingredients. So honestly, I think this is great. For the cream, very similar to the spray, it helps improve texture, heal skin barrier, and improve skin tone. So that's what the PDRN range is honestly for. Moving on to this guy, I think if you followed me for a while, you'll know I love it. And not just me, like creators like Ava also love it. Gave it to Rowena. She's also like, oh my gosh, what is this? So this is a PDRN Essence. Like, I think of this as the thicker, curvier sister of this one, because this is almost like a spray toner version of this. This is thicker because it's an emulsion. This was what got me into the PDRN line in the first place. It was the first one that I ever tried, and I was like, whoa, I've never tried any consistency like this. My favorite, let me tell you, in the colder seasons, I look forward to applying this essence on my face. I'm not even kidding. I'm like, just feed me that moisturization, that silky goodness. Look at it. It's like a veil that just wraps your skin. It wraps it up like a nice present. So here you can tell that it's quite nourishing, right? But it's supposed to be like that, especially at nighttime. I love these textures. For me, that is my moisturizing step. But for those of you who are more dry, you can layer it with whatever else you want. It makes your skin instantly brightened, flexible, supple, like movable. Oh, my fine lines are plump. It instantly gives me this like glow from within look. And I actually sent a bottle to my mom in Australia because I wanted her to try this as well. And my sister, who has dry skin, and they were like, oh my gosh, you need to get me more right now. And then on top of that, she was like, give one to your aunt. So for my skin, for dehydrated skin and mature skin, this is honestly doing the most. If you have any like wounds on your skin, whether you, I don't know, got burnt, if you scratched yourself like me, I scratched my pimple and now I'm trying to help recover it. That's when, you know, you really want to load up on the ceramides because you want to build the skin blocks again, like as quick as possible. And I would say it's best for improving your texture instantly, and healing the skin barrier. It's not really designed to help minimize pores or skin tone or anything like that. It's truly a skin healer. How many bottles have I gone through? Probably about 3 at this point. So that's a lot. That's a lot. For me, that's a lot. Sika Reedle actually has a PDRN line, and it merges the two that we just talked about together. I actually only like using the Reedles in my nighttime routine. I tend to stay away from using it during the day. Not because you can't, but just because like during the day, if you go out in the sun, my skin is very sensitive, extra inflammation. So that's why I think it's the perfect mixture and blend of the original 100 Seeker and the Essence Ampoule. It's like they just merged the two together because it feels exactly the same. It's got that like suppleness that the Essence 100 gives. It's really good. And then last of the PDRN range that I personally love and would recommend is the PDRN Essence Stick Balm. Normally, these kind of like stick balms, like I just don't know what I would use it for. If it's a sun stick, yes, I'll use it because it's a sun product, it's a SPF product. But if it's just like this, I'm like, why? I don't understand. Until I started actually using this, like I threw it in my bag. Because this is so buttery and soft, I would actually, during the day, apply it onto those dry areas that become dry. I don't know why this area is so under sebamed. It's just always irritated, red, and dry. And so I would just put this over and I'm like, oh my God, wow. I have basically an on-the-go moisturizer. And then another time, my cuticle was flapping in the wind and I used this as a little cuticle oil. And I was like, wow, it's so soft. And then another time it was sitting on my desk and I used it as a lip balm. And I'm like, wow, it works great as a lip balm as well. So it's like truly this multifunctional balm. And normally other balms are very kind of waxy. And I think maybe that's why I don't like using them. And they kind of like are stiff and all that. But this one is very light, but very creamy. And then I thought this would be great because Thomas has this like eczema ear situation. And during the night, every night I'd get him to put on an actual healing like metacasticide cream. But during the day to top up, this would be great. So you just kind of like put it on your finger, put it on, and it just creates this coat of nourishment. So if you have like eczema, if you have any sort of like area that you need once again to heal. Oh, that also reminds me, when I was in Korea and I saw the dermatologist there, he was saying when you start entering your 30s and your skin gets, drier, he said a great tip is actually you want to moisturize throughout the day every 2 to 3 hours. And when he told me that, I was like, how do I do that? But then when I was using this, I was like, oh my gosh, it's possible to do that with this because it's basically an on-the-go moisturizer. So yes, this helps most with improving skin texture and healing your skin barrier. I almost forgot, but I definitely love the VT biocellulose mask are one of my favorites of all time, like if not the best in my books. And the PDRN range also has the Hydrogel gel mask. The masks have Centella asiatica. It's got the lactobacillus ferment, which is a probiotic for your skin, and it's also got a little bit of polyglutamic acid. So if you're looking for one of those like biocellulose masks, I love this one. It's thinner as well, so you don't have to wait super long. I find that it starts to like melt into the skin around the 40-minute mark. So by 45 minutes, you're done. You don't have to like carve out a whole friggin' 3-4 hours of the day to use this. So that's why I love that. And if you're gonna be using this, actually, what I think would be so good is if you apply some of this spray onto your skin first, and then you put this on, let it melt in. It's like whoosh. And for the mask, it really is a shot of helping you improve your skin texture because it's pushing all the ingredients in there. As soon as you lift that mask off, you will feel it is instantly soft. So it's like a different feeling than just using your, normal skincare routine. So those are all the ones that I have recently loved. There are other products in the line, like it is a huge line, like for example the glow mask and the hair ampoule. For me, these aren't essentials, so I'm not really going to go too much about them, but the ones that I did mention are the ones I will stand by. And if you see them overseas in Korea, Japan, on Amazon, like it is the best time to buy it now because even with the currency exchange, if you're overseas, I still don't think it's as cheap as what Amazon offers during Prime Day sales. So definitely if you're interested in trying the VT and the PDRN line, Sika, the best. Shop responsibly and I'll see you very soon. Bye.